In Tampa Bay, the Pats have won 6 straight. They bolster the league's best run defense, and their quarterback, Drake May, leads the NFL in passer rating. The Bucs, on the other hand, coming off their bye week, and while they still do have some key injuries to Bucky Irving and Chris Godwin, it looks like rookie wideout Emeka Egbuka will be back and give Baker Mayfield hopefully some additional help. So we got 2 first-place teams here, right? Who is the bigger threat in their respective conference? Is it Tampa Bay or is it New England? Cam, what do you think?
In their division, it has to be Tampa. Because when you look at that division, you got the Carolina
conference, though, Cam.
Conference. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm over here tripping. But it's still Tampa. It's still Tampa. The reason why I say this, when you think about the teams in that conference, Philly, Detroit, Green Bay, Los Angeles, Seattle. The team that matches up with them the best is Tampa. No matter who it is, no matter where it is. When you now look at it on the flip side and you say, hey, on the AFC, who's in the AFC that can really give the Patriots fits? You got Kansas City. You got the Buffalo Bills. That's still up in the air. We don't even know if they can control their own division. You have so many other teams. Denver, I mean, you have so many different elements to kind of question. Yes, Drake May is on the rise. Yes, the New England Patriots is on the rise, but they still have more questions than answers. I know what to kind of expect from how Baker Mayfield has been playing consistently, not just this year, but also last year, and doubling down.
Cameron Jarrell Newton. I like it when I catch you slipping, my dog. Hey, you know what I love? When you were rattling off all of these NFC teams, they just rolled off your tongue. You were like Eagles, Lions, Packers, Seahawks, Rams. And then you went to the AFC and you was like, Denver? Exactly. That's exactly the point. The AFC is nowhere near as strong as the NFC. When you're looking at the AFC East and you're speaking about the Buffalo Bills, the last I checked, the New England Patriots went into Buffalo on their home field and won the game. And Drake May actually outplayed Josh Allen. When you think about the Kansas City Chiefs, who are normally the gold standard, not only in the AFC, but in the NFL, that team has 5 losses. The Baltimore Ravens, the AFC, is nowhere near as stacked as the NFC. And that's not what we were expecting coming into this season. This game is the litmus test for the New England Patriots. Can you go on the road against a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that has the Todd Bowles defensively, Baker Mayfield offensively? I think the Pats are the biggest threat, or the bigger threat in their conference as compared to the Bucs in the NFC.
Well, for all the reasons, RC's right, for all the reasons that he mentioned and then some. I'm looking at the rest of their schedule right here. After Tampa, you got the Jets, the Bengals, and the Giants. Okay, I assume those will be 3 wins, okay? Yeah, you got a home game against the Buffalo Bills, who you already beat on the road, but that's still going to be tough. You got a road game against the Baltimore Ravens that's going to be tough. And then you're closing out the season against the Jets and the Dolphins. So I'm saying to you, at least, and they're already at 7. I'm thinking about 5 games. I just mentioned 5 games that to me resemble complete gimmies. And they got the potential to win at least one of those other 2. So I'm looking at them right now. The New England Patriots is a team that we very well could be looking at and talking about a 13-win season. That's actually what we're potentially looking at with this team, because the AFC isn't what we could be. That's how I'm looking at it.
Shay, redeem yourself.
Oh, don't
redeem yourself, Shay.
I can't agree with you guys all the time. What kind of host would I be? Redeem myself?
When do you agree with us? You don't usually agree with us, Shay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got to go against I'm going to go with the bigger threat is the Pats.
There we go, Shay.
I'm going to go with the
That's how you host the show, Shay.
Right. I'm going to go with the Pats.
That's how you host the show.
I also believe in the Pats a little bit more, which I can't believe I'm saying, because I do think Baker Mayfield is the real thing. The Bucs are just so banged up. It's got to catch up at some point. Go ahead, Cam.
No, I don't like how we're picking sides, choosing sides, doing all that. I'm feeling like everybody's ganging up against Cam. But I'll tell you like this. Well, if was a fifth and you start to look at what they supposed to do, Well, when you look at the Ravens or you look at the Green Bay Packers and you start looking at the other teams that were supposed to be better than what they actually were, then you will see what the 2025 NFL football season looks like. They supposed to do all this, but they ain't. So I ain't about to sit up here and look at
maybe if you guys were in studio, you could get some of this love from the host.
They'll be back.
I thought there was going to be some fire sales that weren't. So, I knew the Jets were shopping some players. I was taken aback by Sauce Gardner. That one, everyone, if you've done the dissertation or read the 30 articles that have been written since, that one was like Chris Ballard just knocking on the door 30 times until he finally said, here's the Godfather offer, and Darren Mucci was like, great. But I thought the Saints would be in fire sale mode. I thought the Dolphins would be in fire sale mode. And I thought those two teams would be just unloading all these veteran players, and we'd have, I don't know, Cam Jordan somewhere else this week, or we'd have Bradley Chubb starting for a contender. And they didn't. They kind of, the deals didn't make sense. And I almost give credit to those general managers. Like, I'm not going to sacrifice for 20 cents on the dollar just to do something. But the deals that weren't were kind of interesting in the trade deadline.
No doubt about it. What also was interesting is J.J. McCarthy going on the road in Detroit and being able to get a win over the Lions. Coming in here last week, you said that J.J. McCarthy had the weight of the world on his shoulders in the wake of the Carson Wentz injury and all of the things that went down there in Minnesota. How are we feeling this week about J.J. McCarthy and the pressure on him?
I was blown away by that win. I don't think enough was made of it this weekend on Monday morning. This is a guy making his third career start, goes into Detroit with everyone saying he sucks all week long, goes in there and then finds a way to win in that hostile environment, and did so on a huge 3rd and 5 pass to Naylor at the end there. The work I did leading up to that game, I kept on asking Minnesota guys, like, what is he doing in the meantime? While everyone is on the field, what's he been doing? And he would go to the practices, could not practice because he physically was unable to, and he would simulate everything at the line. And you see this sometimes at practices. You see the backup quarterback like just going through the motions, but he was doing this for weeks and weeks and weeks. Then you actually saw it. No delay of game penalties, no false starts, no issues on that in that environment. That was huge. So this week they're home. I would expect him to be much more comfortable than he was on the road in Detroit. And I've got the Vikings winning this game. I think the Vikings could beat the Ravens. Ravens are big favorites on the road in Minnesota, and that surprises me because with Van Ginkel back for Minnesota, like, their defense looked really good last week against Detroit.
We'll have a lot more to say to this heading into Monday Night Football, but we won't speak to you before then, Peter. Are the Packers Super Bowl contenders?
I don't know who the Packers are. Some weeks you put them on Thursday Night Football against the Commanders. It's like that team is hoisting a Lombardi later this season. You put them week 1 against the Lions. You're like, that's the team, especially with Micah. And then last week against Carolina at home in the windy conditions, couldn't find a way to beat a team out of the NFC South that put up 100 yards passing. So I can't say that they are the favorites right now in the NFC. I think Monday is a huge, huge test to see just who they are, because I'm not sure yet. I really am not. You can't lose to Cleveland, Carolina, and then tie Dallas and be surprised if someone on the national media is like, I'm still going with the Packers all the way. Those are bad losses.
Traeger story time. Here we go.
Yeah.
You're walking on the field Monday Night Football, Arizona and Dallas. You're there covering the game on the broadcast. And you're talking to everybody about the quarterback situation in Arizona. You learned what?
Yeah, and this is, so visualize this. Get to Dallas. It is I'll say it's a show. I would say circus wouldn't be fair because it was actually